Hi everyone, my name is Laura and I'm here with Dean to reveal some significant improvements in VIZOR's latest release. In this short video, we will cover software asset management features. Other than VIZOR's new look and feel, Dean, can you show us some of the new features?
Yeah, so we have some nice new usability features for managing the line items and alerts which are associated to a software license. So let's just open a software license here. And if we go to the Purchase tab, then we can select a line item. And if we click on the View Line Item button, then there's a nice new view which gives an overview of the line item. And if we expand the details, then we can see some more information. So we can see this is allocated to the finance department and it's a permanent license. And if we want to edit the line item or the actual purchase itself, then we can do so from this view. We also have a new quick view for looking at the alerts which are associated to a line item. So here we can see that 30 days prior to this particular line item renewing, an alert's going to be sent. We can see who that alert's going to go to. So it's going to go to Chris, and we're using a macro in this case. So it's going to go to the person which is responsible for this particular software application within the organization. And if we want to make any changes to the alerts, then we can just click here and change the alert configuration.
What's also great about this release is the number of new reports that we've introduced in this module. Can we start with the software allocations versus installations report?
Yes, so that resides on the allocation tab. And it's a nice new report which identifies software applications which have been allocated to a user or a device, but they haven't been installed. So in this case, we can see that there's been 5 allocations, 4 of which are installed on devices, but we have 1 device where the software hasn't been installed. And if we scroll down, we can see on the HR comp device that the software has been allocated, but it's not been installed. So this allows us to either install the application on that device as it's missing, or if the application isn't needed, then we can remove that allocation so it can be used by somebody else within the organization.
And last release, we introduced reservations where you can actually reserve licenses for specific departments. And now we actually have a report that complements this. So can you bring us to the software allocation by department, location, or project report?
As the name implies, there's a number of different ways to open this report, so by department or locations and projects. So in this case, I've opened it with a department view. So at the top, we can see a breakdown of our licenses. So here we can see a SharePoint Cal, for instance. If I scroll down to the Microsoft Office, so that's the license we currently have open, then we can see that 3 of the licenses have been reserved for the finance department and 9 for the marketing department. So this reflects the information which we have on the allocation tab, but in a printable and shareable format. So it's easy to provide that information to department or project managers, for example.
I kind of want to move on to this next report, Dean, that apparently is your favorite report. It's the unauthorized software installations report.
Yes, yeah, it is my favorite new report in this release. So it's available on the installations tab, and it identifies software which has been installed on a user's device but hasn't been allocated to that user or the device. And it's really helpful for software compliance or optimizing SAM processes, and enables IT managers to easily identify software which should be removed or where new licenses should be purchased. So in this example, we have 25 installations of Microsoft Office on our network. Just 4 of those are being allocated to devices. So, and we have 21 where they're unauthorized. And if we scroll down here, we can see those unauthorized devices and the license key which was used during the installation. So we can either remove the software from those devices, or if they do require the applications, then it can be allocated after approval, and then it's fully accounted for within our SAM processes.
Yeah, very cool. Loving all the reports. And finally, I want to highlight another report. It's the Software Expenses and Expirations Report. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so again, this report can be opened with a number of parameters. We could look at just a particular vendor or a particular software application, or a duration as well. So in this case, I've opened it for all software and all vendors, and I'm looking at the upcoming 12 months. So at the top, we're getting a nice at-a-glance view of what our sort of expected software expenditure is. So we can see there's quite a large amount of expenditure due in July this year. And then we break down that expenditure at the bottom. So we can see in May, we have $2,700 worth of expenses. And we can see what applications those expenses are for. If we're buying through a particular supplier, and the licenses which are either coming up for renew or maintenance associated to them.
Very good for budgeting. I like this report. So thank you, Dean. Thank you for highlighting just some of the features in the latest release. If you want to know all the features and updates, you can go to our website, www.vizor.cloud. In our documentation section, you can find all the information there. And if you have any questions, you can email us, ask@vizor.cloud. Thanks, everyone.